Well, I met him, and I just want to say he seems like one of the coolest people on earth.
That's right. The New Heights starter jackets, we're giving them out to a few lucky 92%ers out right now.
From the get-go, we knew this is going to be very, very wonderfully weird, and I'm so happy to have been a part of it.
You know, what's weird is I didn't get any advice from anyone when I was hosting, which is actually weird.
Do you get frustrated with that kind of stuff, or are you just kind of used to it?
It's just like, oh, well, that was going to happen. The night falls together. Like, in LA, I love LA, but you have to plan out exactly what you're going to do.
It's crazy how young you were.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're young now, and that was a long time ago.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
A night just falls together, and then you end up somewhere else, and you end up somewhere else, and you end up somewhere else.
Unique engagement ring. It is possible that Travis Kelce does not want to propose to his girlfriend Taylor Swift in the near future. However, according to sources within the NFL, the star player has begun considering ideas for the special engagement ring that she will wear. According to reports, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs has been discussing with his friends and family the ways in which he can ensure that the diamond sparkler that he chooses to give to the love story singer, who is 34 years old, would be absolutely unique. An individual who is close to the famous athlete disclosed in an exclusive interview that the 34-year-old athlete is considering the possibility of incorporating some of the diamonds that are found on his Super Bowl rings into the creation of the band, which may also include a meaningful phrase. He is not going to propose to her anytime soon, so no one should get their hopes up, but he has chatted to family and friends about what he could do that would be spectacular for an engagement ring, the insider added. He has talked about ideas that would be perfect for an engagement ring. The career of Travis will be a primary emphasis for the many weeks that are to come. He is obligated to complete the task. Although he is interested in winning another Super Bowl ring, it is safe to assume that there is room for consideration regarding Taylor. And with regard to Taylor, he has a deep affection for her. He envisions a future with her, and he has also given some thought to the question of what a ring would look like for her. The insider continued by saying he has considered the possibility of having a lyric or a quote that is significant to both of them engraved on the band, and he has also considered the possibility of using some of the diamonds from his Super Bowl rings on her band. As a means of demonstrating that forever truly does mean forever, he wants to make sure that it is not something that is overly sentimental, but rather something that is more distinctive and something that he shares with her. There is a lack of clarity over whether the line is actually taken from one of Taylor's songs or a song that is unique to the pair.
Well, I met him, and I just want to say he seems like one of the coolest people on earth.
That's right. The New Heights starter jackets, we're giving them out to a few lucky 92%ers out right now.
From the get-go, we knew this is going to be very, very wonderfully weird, and I'm so happy to have been a part of it.
You know, what's weird is I didn't get any advice from anyone when I was hosting, which is actually weird.
Do you get frustrated with that kind of stuff, or are you just kind of used to it?
It's just like, oh, well, that was going to happen.
You Instagram stalked her, and then she DM'd you.
That's exactly what
Very
happened.
strategic.
Yeah.
The night falls together. Like, in LA, I love LA, but you have to plan out exactly what you're going to do.
It was speculated that they would become engaged by the summer, which would be less than a year after they made their romance public. The insider, however, emphasized that fans should not anticipate a proposal in the near future and said, he is not popping the question right now, but he has entertained what that moment would look and feel like. At this point in time, the pair's primary concern is ensuring that they will be able to celebrate their first Valentine's Day together as a couple. However, due to their hectic schedules, it is extremely challenging for them to make preparations for the big day. It is true that the month of February will be a very hectic time for both of these celebrities, as Taylor will be returning to her Eras International Tour, and Travis and his crew are now working towards achieving yet another victory in the Super Bowl. In spite of the fact that the annual event takes place on February 11, a victory for the Chiefs could make it difficult for Travis to travel to Japan in order to meet Taylor, who will be performing in Tokyo on February 10 and then going on stage in Australia on February 16.
You have to tell your friends where to meet you. Then you figure out where you're going to go next. Then you have to get organized. It seems like there's just this magic.
1989 sounds exactly like Taylor Swift, even when it sounds like nothing she's ever tried before.
It's crazy how young you were.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're young now, and that was a long
That
time
is
ago.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm having more fun during this time of my life than I've ever had before. I've legitimately never been happier. A night just falls together and then you end up somewhere else and you end up somewhere else, then you end up somewhere else.
Home team fan base go insane for somebody wearing the opposite team's colors. Yeah, full Chiefs gear.
It's a good sweater. No, it looks good on him.
His gift to me was straight out of the bag.
Like the Santa sack?
Like
It was
this.
in the Santa sack?
Navigate busy schedules. According to a separate source who had previously disclosed this information, they both plan to be with each other on Valentine's Day. They just don't know if it will be overseas or somewhere in the U.S. In spite of the fact that it would be exceedingly exhausting, she intends to return for the Super Bowl for him if he is in the game. Some pieces have to fall into place, she said. If one of those pieces is Kansas City making it to the Super Bowl, then she will come back for him. The insider continued by saying they have tentative plans on what they will actually be doing, but once Kansas City is either in the Super Bowl or not, everything will figure itself out at that point. On the other hand, they are really optimistic that they will be together on Valentine's Day. In point of fact, the NFL playoffs began on January 13 and will continue until February 11. The two teams who will compete in the Super Bowl will be formally determined by January 28. While this is going on, Travis has already disclosed that he is The couple is rapidly approaching their one-year anniversary in July, having officially met a few months prior to Taylor attending her first Chiefs game in September. In other news, the couple began dating in
Just never been as happy as I am now. So I'm pretty protective of that. I want to keep this happiness going as long as I possibly can.
They went absolutely insane when they showed Taylor on the screen, yes.
That's pretty awesome.
There are friendship bracelets, and I received a bunch of them being there, but I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it.
Beckham or somebody. It's like, oh, wow, look. Yeah, Super Bowl. Stay focused.
She doesn't talk before or after her shows because she has to save her voice for the 44 songs that she sings.
Nobody does anything crazy to get my attention. I don't know. As far as guys,
They don't work hard enough.
During an interview with Time magazine, the singer and songwriter stated that they started hanging out after Travis admitted on his podcast in July that he had attempted to offer her his phone number but had been unsuccessful. After that, she stated, we immediately began hanging out with each other. We were able to spend a considerable amount of time together without anyone being aware of it, which is something I am thankful for because it allowed us to get to know one another better. A number of individuals are under the impression that they witnessed our first date at that game. There is no way that we could ever be so insane as to forcefully initiate a first date.
Faithful, and I mean all the faithful, are in attendance today.
Wow, 12-time Grammy Award winner. You're supporting her, boy.
Whether you're feeling the Valentine's Day pressure like Jason and I.
Don't know any of those things, but I do know that like the idea of romance is kind of what makes me get out of bed in the morning.
Got a lot of people that care about Taylor, and for good reason. So it's just got to keep living and learning.
I just think if you think too hard about it and it takes you a long time to fall in love with someone, you're not in love.
Apparently there are like 250 fans out there. I'm gonna go out and say hi, and I don't know what else. Probably just
as long as he can handle it, I don't have any problems with it. She's a very, very nice person.
Deserve a great friendship with each other. And if it ever goes to more than that, who knows?
They were pictured kissing at a fancy New Year's Eve celebration where they recently spent the holidays together. The couple was seen spending the holidays together. Taylor has been seen making many trips to Electric Lady Studios in New York this week, and fans are hopeful that the romance may inspire some new music. In the meanwhile, fans are waiting to see if the romance influences any new music. It is still unknown if she is working on new music or whether she is making progress on her mission of re-recording all of the songs from her first 6 albums at this time this sentence is written. It is only necessary for her to re-record 2 albums, her first album which bears her name, and her 6th album which is titled Reputation.
Hey, Travis.
Kind of like how you guys do the villains.
Yeah, they say they were ready for. Oh, okay, they fixed it. Go Taylor's boyfriend.
Yeah, got it.
And this entire like lover phase of my life, there's been no distraction from the music.
Make sure that before practice or throughout the week, just make sure everything's firing so that I don't put myself in a position like that. Don't block. Hey, Taylor. How's it going, Taylor?
I was gonna say whoever wore the Santa suit.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that was Austin Swift.
Rumors that you're dating. Is this
Yeah.
just something that you deal with whenever you're hanging out with a guy?
We're not dating. We're friends.
Touchdown to Kelce.
That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.